they got these spikes that go into the meat.
Yep.
Which pushes bacteria into the middle of the meat. So if you're having a medium rare or a blue steak and you're searing the outside of your steak, which kills bacteria, the minute you push the bacteria into the middle and you don't kill that, and you got a weak immune system, you're fucked up. What do you do when you come to the door?
I always open the door for Jackie.
And do you never go in first?
Of course.
Okay, hold on now. See, you've been indoctrinated. What's a man's responsibility?
To protect.
Thank you. When you come to a door, you're going to put your girlfriend, your wife into harm's way? What if that place was out on fucking full robbery or some fucking idiot gets up and starts shooting everybody? And I smelled something was wrong when you have to go to a Walmart parking lot to get a fucking shot that should be administered by your doctor that knows you.
I found absolutely disgusting about people is that there was people online happy that you were in the hospital saying, I hope you die. Motherfuckers.
Yeah. Can you believe that? But they don't talk about the...
Welcome to the show. This one's going to be another fucking fire starter. Bill, my brother.
Hey.
I have affectionately now labeled you the butcher.
There you go.
From JW Foods.
And you trademarked that.
That's like, as soon as I said it, it's fucking copyrighted and trademarked it. I get one of your delicious fucking packets of boar beef.
Yeah.
It's beef. Boar, it's a bacon. Boar bacon.
The wild boar bacon.
Yeah, so fucking good.
I know.
Yeah. Anyway, let's talk, my brother.
Let's do it.
What do you want to start with?
What don't I want to start with? Look at the world around us.
Okay,
it's an open can of worms right now.
Okay, so let's go to your forte to start. Let's talk about the whole bullshit with the cloned meat.
Yeah. Well, that was a gift from the government. Thank you very much to the government.
Yep.
We have one, right?
Yeah. Well, we have someone playing and pretend.
There you go.
Yeah.
And that's what I've been saying to a lot of people. I said, this is a giant theater.
Yeah.
But hey, thank God for the government to open up their stupid mouth and promote this thing that's been in the marketplace for a long time. This is not new.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, think about it logically, right? What happened in New York City last year? Guy walks up behind an insurance broker, right? Didn't like the fact that, thank you very much, took a 3D gun that he did from his basement.
Yep.
Like most men nowadays that are in their 50s, in their diapers, in their basement, sucking their thumb and saying, Mom, it's so evil out there. Well, wake the fuck up. What are you talking about? The problem with what we're seeing right now is that we're opening our eyes to the world around us. Mm-hmm. The theater is no longer a theater. We're all part of it. And so this guy takes a 3D gun made from his basement and goes and shoots somebody. Mm-hmm. It's been in the marketplace for a long time. Talk to me about clone meat. Well, you made a great episode there the other day.
Thank you.
And I was watching your podcast when you were talking about clone meat.
But I had no idea that it's been in the market for that long.
Buddy, it's beyond, listen, I was born in the 60s.
Yep, me too.
The amount of shit that started in those days, all the way up to now, when we thought that we were living in the greatest time known to man on this planet.
Okay.
Was it? Or were they programming us? That's the freaking question of the day. And we've been programmed to believe this shit, this nonsense.
Here's what I have a fucking problem with. And I've been saying this and I get attacked all the time. To me, the truth is bulletproof. Okay. Yeah. So if you have a problem with me asking questions, how honest is your truth? Like, you should allow me to ask questions.
Absolutely.
Right. And you shouldn't be offended when I do. I mean, because what I see the current trend is on social media or even in public, as soon as I say something that you don't agree with, you fucking attack. And it's not even about, it could be any fucking topic. But as soon as I say something that you don't agree with, oh, you're a misogynist, you're a homophobe, you're a transphobe.
Famous words.
Yeah, it's the fucking buzzword of the day.
This is their little defense. Mm-hmm. And the problem is not me. I tell people, when you come and you got a problem with me or a problem with you, the problem's not us. The problem's yourself. Right. Go look in the mirror, figure your shit out, and stop sucking your damn thumb. Look, I don't know how our women of today's world are going to be able to find guys anymore because they're all a bunch of
pussies.
Thank you very much for saying the word.
Yep.
These guys, and I'm talking about our age group too.
Oh yeah.
Because where the hell are you warriors? I was the only one, from what I understand, there's a lot of butchers out there. There's a lot of places like mine. Where the fuck were you when this COVID shit started.
Oh, we're gonna get there, buddy.
Oh, okay, yeah, because that was the great awakening for me. I said so when God left Jesus, and Jesus was here on the planet, and Jesus left his Holy Spirit and put that in each of us, and you got that little spirit on the side of your shoulder going, something's wrong, something's not right. Maybe you need to wake the hell up and realize that somebody's talking to you and telling you, really, you see, 300 Spartan warriors weren't just a myth. They went right down to the last man.
Yep.
And they fought the shit and took out thousands and thousands of warriors that were coming across.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They were completely outnumbered.
I always go back to the Greeks, bro. And the thing about the Greeks is 400 years under captivity, they kept their culture, belief, and their wisdom. There was nothing that the Muslim or the Ottoman Empire could do about it. Okay? They tried for 400 years. Women jumping off cliffs with their kids. Look, these are not just stories. These are true stories. These are things that I don't even look at history because I don't believe history. I believe history is full of shit. Somebody somewhere lied to us.
As they say, history is written by the victors, right?
It's called his story. Somebody's story.
Yep.
And I said, kiss my ass.
Yeah.
What I believe in is the fact that I'm sitting here with you right now. And beyond that, I go out that door and I make a living and I do what I got to do. And I'm a warrior and I'll stand in front of anybody and tell them, really prove me wrong. Come and prove me wrong. And let's get down to business. Because at the end of the day, my responsibility is not to you and your bullshit communities that you're creating. My responsibility is to the people that love us, respect us, want to keep us in business, want to keep things rolling forward, love this country, even though I believe it's not really a country. I believe Canada is North America, period. All right. And I love my country. I was born and raised here. My grandfather served in the 82nd Airborne Paratrooper, was out of New Jersey.
Okay.
My grandfather went over to Europe to fight out some politicians' war, sitting there smoking their cigars, drinking their their brandies and stuff.
Yeah.
They're old-fashioned, which I quite frankly love, an old-fashioned. I would like one right now, I'll be honest with you. But the thing is, though, is that when he got caught up and they were shitting their pants at 18 years old, jumping out of those planes over Europe to fight a war that they had no understanding of what the hell they were getting involved in, as he came down and he got caught up in the trees, the Germans, which were German, I'm German descent, were turning around and shooting up in the trees and killing the paratroopers. He got shot in the army and he pretended like he was dead. Heard a whole bunch of English words coming through the town. Turned out to be Canadian forces. They looked up. They said, hey, what are you doing up there? And he goes, oh, thank God you guys are with the Allies. And they pulled him down. He served the rest of the war with the Canadians because he couldn't find his regiment.
Wow.
The story, the whole premise of the story is what him surviving allowed the generations of people to come next. If he had got killed, I wouldn't be here. That's how fast things can turn on you. I tell my kids, when you understand the meaning behind a man that ran towards the fight, not ran away from it. The gunfire was coming from that way. They ran towards the gunfire. They were terrified, but they weren't. And when he jumped in the little nest and he was beside another guy, he goes, how the hell did we survive that many bullets coming through the air? People are dropping all over the place. And the guy goes like this. He says, right there, when God calls you home, God calls you home. When my business operates, it's not because of some bureaucrat sitting in a freaking office doing whatever the hell these people think they're doing. They got to remember, we elected them, or did we, is the question.
That's a good question. Yeah. I don't know too many liberals, and the odd one I run across only on social media, I just find them to be rather meek. Right. I just think they're weak, and I'll gladly have a conversation with somebody. And listen, bro, if you and I have a conversation about something and you and I have a difference of opinion, if you can change my mind, I'm totally fucking down with that. Yeah. Because maybe you know some shit that I don't. And I will gladly listen to somebody if they want to change my mind and educate me. But don't say you're wrong and don't have any kind of facts to justify it, because go fuck yourself.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? Like, if you want to prove me wrong, cool, let's have a discussion. Don't insult me, because then we're going to fight, right? Don't fucking be disrespectful, because then we're going to fight. But educate me. You know shit. Like, you know shit more than I do. So if you want to tell me something, okay, cool. You know what? I didn't think about that, Bill. That's a good idea. You know what? I agree with you. I see your side now.
Listen, Bruce, first of all, I'm going to say thank you for having me on your show.
Dude, it's my honor.
I've watched a lot that you're coming across, and you're a straight shooter, and I like that. I don't like bullshit.
No.
I don't like people blowing smoke up my ass.
It's a waste of time.
I walked into your facility, and I was like, wow, this guy knows what he's doing when it comes to running a clean ship, really nice operation.
Thank you.
And quite frankly, I've met several of your employees, and I have to say I'm very, wow.
Thank you.
Good for you.
Thank you.
And I've been doing now 30 years, my business.
Yep.
And unfortunately, my type of a company is under attack right now.
Mm-hmm.
And the food industry is changing rapidly faster, and I can spin a hat and say, what the hell's going on with the...
Why do you think that is?
They want to choke us out. They want the little guy, and I consider myself a little guy because I'm an entrepreneur since I was 7 years old.
No, you're not a little guy.
Well, thank you. But
and you're also extremely well known. You also have deep ties into many different infrastructures. So one thing I can't do is humility. I can't do fucking humility. So for you to say you're a small guy, that's disingenuous. You've been in this industry a long fucking time. You know a lot of powerful people. And what I dig about you is that you just say what it is that you believe, and you could give a fuck for what people, how they get offended by it.
Look, we can get into grass-fed, grass-finished, antibiotic, hormone-free, organic, and all the other bullshit that's going on in the marketplace because everybody blows smoke up your ass in my industry.
Okay.
And they all want to pretend like they
same with my
they all got the answer to what look. I was an entrepreneur at 7 years old.
Nice.
Okay, take it all the way back. I sucked at school. I wasn't one of those straight A students. I was a CD and maybe. And I remember back in the day, and when you're going back to grade 3, when the teacher was like 1 + 1 is 2, and I was like, "What the hell are you talking about right now? Put 1 and 1 beside each other. What the hell? That looks like 11 to me. I don't know where you're coming from. My mind is programmed differently. Mm-hmm. I was never programmed to the system. I thought school was a waste of my time, but I learned the basics. I went on to college and university, and quite frankly, that was only because my wife at the time, my girlfriend, who's my wife, she was like, let's get you into school, continue on, right? But I will say this: my brother and I, back in the 80s, were doing interlocking driveways. I wasn't even in the meat business. Mm-hmm. It just happened that I landed it when I got married. I landed a great job with the post office, and I thought, all right, I hate this job, but I just got my first home at 25 years old. Mm-hmm. I got to have something that's got coming in. And so I took it. I jumped all over it. Great benefits, future opportunity. I have children at that time, but that was in the late 80s, early 90s. Now, my father-in-law's company was one of the largest food distributing companies in Ontario. And in the early 90s, that's why I laugh at all the guys today that tell me about the 51st state and all this other, we'll never be the 51st state in Canada. Where the hell were you guys in the 80s and 90s? Oh, you're not the 51st state? What are you talking about? Walmart, Costco, Sam's Club, you got KFC, you got McDonald's, you got all these companies that came up here from the States in the early 80s, right up into the 90s when we started to get out of the food industry and start getting into the fast food bullshit. And you got your TV dinners from the 1970s.
I remember those.
What are you talking? Now I'm doing similar concept, but I'm doing flash frozen portion controlled meals that I've been doing since the 90s in our industry when it came to the bodybuilding world, over Jay Cutler and Phil Heath and Kai Green and all these, Ronnie Coleman and all the big names. I was doing all the meals for these guys in the 90s and 2000s.
Yep.
I was the first one out of the gate on those.
On meal prep, yep. So again, to call yourself a small guy is not accurate.
Yeah, and you know what? I appreciate that because you know what? When you classify yourself and you lower your mindset,
yep,
they got you.
I'm not a big believer in doing that. I don't think you should dim your light.
This is why I got respect for you, bro.
Thank you.
Because that's good.
Yeah, you shouldn't dim your light for anybody. And you shouldn't dim your light just willingly on yourself. You got to believe that you can do fucking anything that you want to do. And you, at the end of the day, you will find a way to achieve it is what it is and what it is you want. Life isn't going to be fair to you. Life is going to throw shit in your way. And it's up to you to fucking man up, pivot, and keep going through it.
That's why sitting here right now, I'm going to make a commitment to you. I'm going to be great. I'm never going to say I'm a small guy again.
Good.
I'm the biggest fucker in the planet.
That's
I'm the
it.
biggest fucker that's going to make a difference.
Do you not believe when you put your mind in a space, that's where you go?
My bloodstream is full of belief. Full that I every day God gives me on this planet can be my last day.
Yep.
But I'm going to make a difference. I'm going to change what's coming.
Sure.
I'm going to change how these parasites in our society, you 100 little pricks out there that think you control the world. Well, I got a message for you, and I'm going to look right into your cameras. Go screw yourself. Because quite frankly, I'm not worried about all these big names, the Bill Gates and all these other clowns. What I'm concerned about is the fact that we as a society, as a community, as a common people under God who created us all equally, no matter if you're Muslim, Hindu, Buddhist, or whatever the hell you might think you are, we're all the same.
Yep.
We're all the same creation created by God, no matter how your so-called way of getting to your God.
Fair.
Okay?
Yep.
But me, I'm a believer in Jesus. That doesn't mean that everybody else needs to. That's a personal conviction for me. And I'll proclaim that until the day I die, and I'll tell you this much. This guy, William Fehr III, will never get on his knees and bow to no freaking person on this planet. The only person I bow to is when my soul goes up to meet my God. That's it. So everybody else can kiss my ass. How's that for a beautiful stance?
That's a fucking soundbite.
There you go.
And I dig that. And what I also liked what you said was that you believe in Jesus, but you didn't go in to say if you believe in this or this or this, you're wrong.
No.
Like, I fucking hate that.
Nobody's wrong.
No, fuck. I know. Well, there are some people. But your religion is personal to you. I don't need you. If you're happy, fucking disco, dude. I'm happy that you're happy. Don't try and convince me that my shit is wrong. That to me is the exact opposite of what religion should be about.
Yeah.
Religion is about faith, right? And however you get
It's a
your
belief system.
Absolutely. So fuck you if you judgmental cunt. If you believe in what you believe, disco. Don't try and change my mind.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yes.
That's why I even say about, and I'm gonna move it, about the gays and everybody else. So what if you're gay?
I could give a shit.
I give a rat's ass if you're gay.
Right.
Just don't put your stupid flags up on my schools.
Yep.
Okay, call it what it is.
Yep, I
That's
agree.
a school that should only have the Canadian flag on it, period.
Yep.
So everybody else can kiss my ass.
Yep.
You want to be gay, you want to be a tranny, you want to do whatever the hell you want to do in your own closet. I'm good with that. I don't go making love with my wife in the middle of the street. Okay?
Right.
Much as I like to do a lot of crazy ass stuff.
Right.
But I almost got arrested for doing crazy ass stuff. So we'll just leave it at that. But hey, we'll call it. Brother, look, I got to be careful. My son's sitting on the other side, even though he's engaged. Look, everybody's got a path. Find out what your path is. Don't limit yourself and go after it with every ounce of blood that you have flowing through your body.
That's how I live my life, dude. It would have been very easy for me when I was younger to just take them. Thank you, brother.
I really do.
Thank you, man.
You know what? I have never spoken this way in any other podcast that I've been on. And I feel so comfortable to be able to open up and say exactly what I'm saying to you.
Oh, that
and I
means
have a lot of,
thank you.
That's why I surround myself with like-minded, powerful people on this planet, and you happen to be one of them.
Thank you.
And I'm serious. I'm going to have a lot of respect and a lot of love for you in the upcoming years and everything that we can do together.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sorry to cut you off. I just had to lay that out.
Thank you. That means a lot.
Don't get emotional.
I'm getting emotional.
Just don't do it.
Okay, so we squirreled from the clone meat, though, because I do want to touch on that, because that was a very big issue, and now the government got so much flack for it that they backed
up.
The fuckers,
Yeah,
right?
douchebags.
But so why do you think they're going that route? So on one hand, there's the argument that it's more humane to animals. We're not killing animals.
Nah, fuck off.
So there's two theories, as I understand.
They still got to kill a fucking animal.
Right.
If you take a DNA and you put it into something else and you create it because you think you're God,
right,
you can still got to kill it.
Yes.
So shut up.
So that's the cloned
Get out of here.
Animal. So they take this animal, they make a similar animal, they still got to kill that animal.
That's right.
But what I find disgusting is they take I think it's the proteins of the meat, and they generate it in a fucking vat.
Yeah.
And do you need somebody?
No, I want to show you something that I saw yesterday at fucking Costco. So keep going.
Okay.
But watch what I got to say, because it's going to blow your mind to the shit that we got to deal with.
So they generate it in a vat.
Am I allowed to say that?
Yeah. Oh, fuck. Look at me, man.
Yeah, good.
They generate it in a vat, and they extrude it like a paste, and then I don't think they're doing chicken or fish yet.
No, yeah. It's coming.
Right.
And if it isn't already here.
So here's my problem.
Yeah.
If you want to sell clone meat, cool.
Yeah.
And you want to sell real meat, cool.
Label it.
Fucking right, bro.
They're after me.
And me.
I had 2 inspectors at my place yesterday, busting my ass on all my labeling. I go, so you guys come after 30 years of being in business. You guys come out of the woodwork. You want to change the game in the middle of it. You want to change the rules in the middle of the game. Imagine I'm playing basketball and you change the fucking rules in the middle of the game. All of a sudden you were, you got to label it. Everything has to be properly labeled. I get it. I'm good with that. But why the fuck is it okay for the government to sit there and say, we don't have to disclose that. We don't have to label that. Oh, so it's okay for you. But then again, call what it is. Where the fuck you guys are? You're finally waking up to this shit. You explain to me about the free world, the Western world, which I love. I love it because the settlers came here and created something beautiful. But let's back it up. The 1930s, after the Great Depression, what did the great country of America, the strong, the faithful, the powerful country in the world, what do they do to their own people? Oh, we can print whatever the fuck we feel like printing. Just print.
Yep.
Oh, by the way, we can have all the gold and all the silver, God's money. But, you American little parasites, these little laborers of the free world, if you get caught with silver or gold, you're going to fucking jail.
I didn't know that.
They made it illegal to own gold in the United States of America from the 1930s all the way up to 1973.
No shit.
And then they took the gold off the reserve and they put this fucking, I call it debt money. Everybody out there, all you guys out there, yeah, I'm talking all you guys. Everybody, I gotta use cash. I want to use cash. I get it. I'm a cash guy too. If I can use it, I use it. But I'm just leading to where we're talking about the clone shit. Where have you people been? What they've done to our nations. That from the beginning of the time in the 1867 when Canada was formed, you go back into the 1600s when the United States of America. Do the math, you fucking retards. You're talking 40, what are we at? 47, 48? The president of the United States, number 47, I think he is, right? 47.
Yeah.
Please do the math. Go back to the beginning of the United States of America and explain to me how you have only 47 fucking presidents. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is a bullshit. This is a smoke screen right up your kahuna. So what do I got to do to protect my family? I tell them, real estate. Don't ever tell them you're never going to own real estate. Get your fucking assets into real estate ASAP.
But here's a question for you, because I have this discussion.
Yeah.
For someone like me who has no kids, right? For me to get into real estate, that's a long-term play. Whereas for me, all the money I want is the money I want now. It's not generational wealth. I don't need that.
Yeah.
I'm going to do what I do, and I have my exit strategy. I'm going to take care of people around me, and then give money to charities, animals.
Okay. Yeah, listen, you follow that path. But I'm telling you right now, there's only real assets that you can get your money into. Okay, Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
Yep, I read it.
Fucking guy's an incredible individual. Okay? And real estate is A1. Moving your money into gold and silver.
Okay, yep.
Like get yourself, I told people back in June of this year, buy silver. And they were like, I don't know if I can afford it. Well, take your head out of your ass. Of course you can afford it. It just went up to $80 an ounce. And it's going to go to $500.
Wow.
I'm telling you right now, it's going to $500. I'll post that shit all over the place. It's going up because precious metals. What are they investing right now into everything? Okay, and I'll get back into the clone meat shit. Trust me. They're going into AI, robots, and anyone out there, all you guys that are watching. Okay, stop the fucking bullshit, please. Oh, China. Really? This table is probably made in China. Everything's made in China, you fucking retards.
Yep.
And on top of it, we're a global marketplace, okay? So we all need to step back and take a deep breath and start to figure out the shit that's going on in the world around us. We're a global marketplace.
Yep.
We're no longer a domestic market.
No.
You can't survive in this world if you're domestic. And if that takes us into a one world government, whatever the fuck these guys are planning, good luck. Jesus Christ. The believers of Jesus are still on this earth. I happen to be one of them. If I'm not here, you're in deep shit. All right? But I'm here. That means that I haven't been taken out. And I don't believe in the rapture. I believe in whatever. I can get into a whole biblical aspect of what's going on, whatever. Who cares? Okay? Because in World War II, they thought it was the end of the world too. Shut up. I'm alive today.
Yep.
But where I'm leading with this is that AI technology, if you think that China's not way ahead of us, holy shit. Where have you been?
Do you have any worries about AI?
No, I don't really give a shit. I don't care, bro. I'm in the meat business. All I give a shit about is real meat and what affects me today. Mm-hmm. The future generations, the shit from the 1800s, 1900s, come on. There was no such thing as retirement before 1900s until they blew it into our head. Oh, work for a company for 30 years and you get a nice little retirement package and we hope that you'll be able to ride out the rest of your little time that you might have. Fuck off. Get out of here. I'm 58 years old. This might be my last day on this planet.
Could be.
Or I could be here another 100 years.
Could be.
Thank you. Who gives a shit? I care about right now, this moment, and I put one forward. I slide back a bit. I learn. I get myself up. I wipe myself off, and I go back again. Life is a roller coaster ride.
100.
Okay? You get excited. You're standing in that line. You're going, wow, this is going to be fucking exciting. Look at this ride. Wow. And you finally get on this ride, and you're going up, and you feel like you're on top of the world. You're at the top. You're like, wow, this is fucking beautiful up here. All of a sudden, it goes down. You shit your pants. It's flipping. It's going all over the place. You're like, what the fuck is going on? I want off. I'm going to shit my pants. I'm going to throw up. Right? Everybody else gets hit. You're like, what the fuck? I want off this ride. Finally, you come to a stop. You get off, and you go, that was fucking amazing. I'm getting right back on that ride. That's life. I told my kids, that's life. You go through ups and downs and all over, and you're spinning, and you feel like you just can't do it anymore. I had a sheriff back in the fucking 90s when we first started our business. You know how many companies I had before I started JW Foods?
No.
5. Put one up, do the best we could, figure it out. Fuck it. Okay, we fall down. I got back up. I got back on the horse. Then boom. Oh, shit. Get a knock at the door. I'm like, 10 o'clock. Who the fuck's coming to my door at 10 o'clock? Guy in a green suit. Hi, I'm a sheriff. You've been served. Served for what? What the fuck are you talking about? What does that mean? Look at it and go, what the fuck? Oh, my God. I learned stuff.
Yep.
Okay, I've been up and down and all over and dragged through the mud and all it. But it made me who I am today. I was sexually abused at the church from the age of 9 to 14 by a guy who was controlling all the systems for the church.
Okay,
me and another boy.
That went dark. No, let's do it, brother. Like I had nothing held back here.
Because there's people out there that are going to understand what I'm talking about.
100%.
I kept that in the closet. That's why I say anyone out there that has fucking stuff in your closet, bring it out. Let it go. It takes everything off your shoulders. All right?
I agree.
And I took that off my shoulders when I was 38 years old. That fucking happened when I was 14, when I put a stop to it. Only 2 years ago did I find out that same piece of shit tried to do it to my brother.
Oh, fuck.
But my brother was a boxer. And my brother told him, you fucking get the hell away. He had no idea what happened to me until I came out about it.
Yeah.
He thought it was just him.
Right.
Look, there's parasites in the world. And I don't care what level you're at. You could be the bottom. You could be the freaking president of the United States. There's parasites. Everybody's got something in their fucking closets.
Sure.
That doesn't mean everybody needs to be pulling everything out and throwing it on the table, because really that might be just your own personal conviction that you need to deal with. But I will tell you this, anybody that thinks that they can go through this life and not have some sort of issue, some sort of problem, and have to deal with it. I'm an example to a person that dealt with it. I tried to commit suicide at 12 years old. I hung myself. The door snapped. I landed on the floor. I sat there and I looked up and I said, God, I can't even do that right. And God said to me in my head, shh, quiet. I got a plan for you. Then I was 38 years old. I got hypnotized because my doctor, we were going through a lot of difficulties because I couldn't physically, I always felt like I was being held down.
Okay.
And so then she says, okay, I'm going to put you, I'm going to have it recorded and I'm going to do this. And when you come out, and she went like this. And the next thing I know, I'm talking to her like I'm talking to you. I'm fucking opening up about everything that happened to me. Exactly everything that happened. After she goes, you're coming out, bang. I was like Niagara Falls, Ontario, bawling, fucking what the hell? And she goes, I want you to watch. And she had the TV and she had me recorded and I opened up and I said everything that happened to me.
Had you repressed it?
I locked that up inside me. I didn't even tell my girlfriend, who was my wife. We got married. So I met my wife in 85.
Yeah.
I was 18 years old and we got married in 92.
Okay.
And we've been together for 40 years this year.
So let me just scroll for a second.
Yeah, right on.
So you know how long you've been married, right?
33 years.
Right. So I got a fucking ton of heat when I did a post about Erica Kirk, right? And she was interviewed on a podcast.
I don't believe anything she's saying.
Oh, we're going to get there, brother.
Yeah.
So she was asked, how long have you been married? Charlie Kirk said, here's an easy question for you. How long have you been married? And she didn't know. And so I got fucking inundated by all these fucking bitches on my feed saying, well, I've been married and I don't remember the dates. I don't know my kids' names from
1985, October 26, 9:45 in the evening, George Michael, Careless Whispers.
George Michael.
So shut the fuck up.
Right.
We all know.
Right.
Unless you're in a really shitty marriage that you just don't know how to get out of it.
That's what I said.
So get out of the fucking marriage. Nobody's holding a gun to your head, you fucking idiots. If you're not happy, get out.
That's what I said. I said, maybe you should check into your shitty memory or your shitty marriage.
Go change your underwear.
That's right.
Not enough people speak the truth.
I don't know how to do anything else, right? Because I respect people automatically off the hop. So I respect you enough to be honest with you. Yeah. And then if you don't like me, cool. But you don't like the real me. I'm not going to pretend I'm somebody else to make you fucking happy. Yeah. And you are exactly the same way. And that's why I vibe with certain people.
I don't care
if I don't like you, you're going to fucking know.
I don't care about followers. Because I'm going to tell you something. Followers don't mean anything to me in this world. Look,
they're sycophants.
I could have 100 followers and I'd be happy if those people were real.
Yep.
And they actually respected what I was saying, how I do things.
Yep.
If you don't like what I'm saying, I don't know, don't follow me. Or call it what it is. Because your issue is not with me. Your issue is that you want to believe this nice little world is around you and it's going to hold you and hug you and say, oh, everything's going to be fine. No, it's not. What is a man's responsibility in life? To protect.
100.
Okay, put everything else off to the side. When you come to a door, I always say this to my kids, and you're with your significant other.
Open the fucking door.
Whatever that. What do you do? What do you do when you come to the door?
I always open the door for Jackie.
And do you never go in first?
Of course.
Okay, hold on now. See, you've been indoctrinated. You want me to back you up?
Sure, go ahead.
What did I say at the beginning? What's a man's responsibility?
To protect.
Thank you. When you come to a door, you're going to put your girlfriend, your wife into harm's way? What if that place was out on fucking full robbery or some fucking idiot gets up and starts shooting everybody? What does a woman do in this world? A woman reproduces. A woman can carry a child for 9 months even if a tranny thinks they can. You can't carry shit.
No.
Okay, the only thing you do is carry shit.
And
weight. That comes out your ass.
Yeah.
So a child that is born in a woman's stomach and developed for 9 months is a precious gift given to us by that guy up there.
Yep.
All right. I'll never be able to carry a child, which means that I'm expendable. I could be taken out today, but that generation will move on, like my son and my daughter and everybody else. Now, when I come to a door, I open the door and I step in first.
Okay.
If I feel it's comfortable and safe, I step back while I got that door open.
Oh, okay.
And then my wife goes in, and I lead her to the... I lead her to where we're going to sit. Well, she leads me to where we're going to sit.
Here's my thinking on that.
Right?
So when I go to open the door, I've already looked inside and I've scoped it out.
Oh, boy, there you go. That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah, of course.
Yes.
I allow my woman to go through. I allow Jackie to go through because if an attack is going to happen, it's going to happen from the back.
I bet you're like me when you go to a restaurant. You sit with your back to the wall and you're watching, or do you sit with your back not?
I do not put my back to the entrance. That's me, bro. I don't know if I've watched one too many mafia movies. No. To me, I agree. You are there to protect your woman.
Yes.
Right?
I want to see what's happening.
I know where the exit is. Yes. I scope the room. I check what kind of guys are in there. If the shit goes sideways, who am I going to have to deal with first?
Yeah.
Right? And
most guys are wearing diapers now and they're fucking running for cover while they're winning.
Yeah, they're fucking liberals with their fucking man buns.
I've never understood that, bro. I've never understood that. Sorry, man. Okay, I get it. In the 1600s, men wore nylons and high heels. Well, you're fucking disgusting. Okay?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't want no part of that shit. No.
People should have the right to do what makes them happy.
I remember back in the 80s when I was going to night school.
Yeah.
And there was a tranny there. In the 80s, early 80s.
Okay.
And we were, you know what? I was probably at that time 16 years old.
Yeah.
We didn't give a fuck.
Yeah. At 85, you would have been 16.
Brother, we didn't give a shit. Nobody said a fucking word about this guy. Okay, he was dressed like a chick. He was over there. He was sitting there. He was doing his... We looked and okay, what the fuck? But nobody went, oh, no. I honestly can say nobody gave a fuck. You know who gives a fuck? It's the media. It's the media that puts it into you to give a shit. It's the media that stirs the pot.
Sure.
I can be honest with you. Nobody gives a shit if you're gay. Nobody gives a shit if you're a trainee.
I have good friends that are gay. I don't care.
Me too. They come to my store. I hug them. I don't care. Oh, no, I can't hug you. Oh my God, you're a fag. No, so what? Shut up. Get out of here. Honestly, look, the world becomes a better place when you become more like us. When you can actually, in the open, say what you're feeling.
Yep.
Do you want the Bill of Rights? Where I got the freedom to speak the truth?
We're no longer allowed to speak the truth. People want to hear their words coming out of your mouth, right? And that's where we've lost the connection between people. We not you and I, but generally, we can't have a conversation anymore. You have your belief and you want to hear your belief echoed by me. That's not a conversation. That's a fucking echo chamber. So you got to have honest conversations. And that's why what I didn't understand with Charlie Kirk is that he as soon as he was assassinated, everyone was like he was a homophobe. He was none of those things. He was a fucking great man, and he believed in honest conversation. And that's cool, right? We don't have to agree, but if we can converse with it, that stops an escalation to violence. So I don't think we're ever going to know the truth about what happened with him.
Do you know the truth about what happened with Bruce Lee? Do you know the truth what happened with all the other characters throughout history, right? I can name them all off when we were growing up. Michael Jackson, Prince, all these guys.
Yep.
Look, there's a whole theory behind a lot of this. There's a lot of conspiracy theory, and that was created by the CIA back in the 1960s.
Okay.
This conspiracy bullshit. Okay, theories. You know what's not bullshit to me? Is the fact that I get up at 5:30 every morning. I get my ass ready. I sit down. I meditate. I think about what I got to do today. I plan out my day. I go to work. I see my employees. I take care of my employees like their family. I take care of my customers that come in. I'm always the face. I'm always doing it. I'm the last guy walking out at night. And then I like my vacations. I like traveling the world. I like seeing different things. I like experiencing different cultures. I always tell my black customers, what color am I? And they always go, you're white. And I go, what are you talking about? Have you ever looked at what white looks like? That sign up there is white. Bruce, how do you say the last name? Calero. That's white. Let me put my arm to that. I don't even look close to that. You see, I'm a light brown. We're all the same. Every culture in this country, in this world, is the same. From a light brown all the way up to a dark brown, or different shades. We all bleed the same.
Yep.
We're all the same on this planet. When we get past all this bullshit and we understand what that truly means, it becomes a much more powerful country, a much more powerful world, and there's not a damn thing any so-called elected official is going to do about it. I always say I'm a free man, not because you said I am. I'm a free man because I get up in the morning and I go to bed at night, and I ask for forgiveness in the morning and I ask for forgiveness at night. And I put all my faith to the fact that I'm on a journey. And my journey through life might be short, might be long, but it's still coming to an end. I don't know too many people that are going to live past 100. Just saying.
I'm going to be.
And I'm pretty damn close to it. And I'll tell you this much. As I get, and I hope we do, my grandfather was 105.
Amazing.
And you know what he did? One night he said to his son, shave me because I'm going to go be with Jesus today. And I remember seeing our grandfather sitting at the top of the hill. And we said, hey, Papu, what are you doing up here by yourself? And he goes, he was 101 at that time. He goes, where am I going to go? Down to the platea, down to the square where all my friends that have died, it's their kids. They're all old. I'm still young. 101. He died at 105. And he just went to sleep and that was it.
God bless.
Now, that's the way. But I don't care how much money and how much wealth and what you've done on this planet. When my father passed away in August, I stood up. No, it's okay. He's with God now. But when I stood there over and I was talking to everybody, I said, everybody that showed up, there was over 100 and something people there. I go, here's a man that accomplished so much in his life. Well, what did he take with him? His cars, his homes, his cottage, his boat, his bass boat that he freaking adored. Nothing. Not a freaking thing. A coffin, nice suit, the cross, and some notes that we put under him. At the end of the day, we're all going to be faced with something. And it's how you go through life every day that you're going to be able to conquer it and be able to go through life and say, hey, I'm okay. Everything's fine. I don't give a shit what they plan to do. People ask me, so what do you think is going to happen in the future? I say, I don't give a flying fuck. What do you think I care? I'll still be cutting meat. When I'm dead, I'll have the biggest fucking wings in heaven. And I'll be on one of the clouds going, get your steaks here. jwfoods.com. Bill.
Amazing.
That's my way of getting through life. I don't stress. I don't worry about tomorrow. Tomorrow will present a new challenge. I'll deal with it as I come.
Do you not plan for the future, though?
100%. That's why I said about real estate and silver and gold. Right? Because they can't take that from me yet. We'll see what they can do with the real estate part.
Yeah, I know, dude.
It was back in the 90s, if you wake up, that if the government was in debt, they could come after everybody's home.
Yes.
Okay, it was signed into law. Look it up. Where you don't own nothing.
Yes.
So this 2030 bullshit that, I'm going to own it, you're never going to tell. You own nothing already. So when you wake up to the fact that you already own nothing, start hiding your silver and gold. Nobody needs to know where my shit is. None of your business.
Do you actually buy physical units?
You're damn right I do.
Nice.
You're damn right I do. And I'm not afraid to say it. Try to find it. You're not going to find it.
What do you think of crypto?
I have crypto.
Yeah, so do I.
It's dropping and it's going up and it's dropping and it's going up.
Yeah.
Look, I believe that, here's an example. Aboriginal people. God bless our Aboriginal people. I got a lot of love for them. They've been fucked up all over the place by what's going on in the world. And don't get me started with, they give them a little green card and say, okay, here's your little Aboriginal, pass and you can get tax-free, you can go to school tax-free. Shut up. Why don't you take care of the communities you fucked up?
Agreed.
And don't get me started with these poor people that roam the land after the buffalo. And then we came in and we disturbed their entire way of living because we wanted to settle on their land.
Yep.
Now, it wasn't even their land because they looked at it as being God's land. They looked at it as being free land.
Okay.
And when the different tribes, the Blackfoot and all the other ones, when they were all roaming around, they were fighting each other for territory, for buffalo.
Right.
And killing the warriors and taking the kids and whatever. We don't need to get into a history lesson here on your show. But we all know the truth behind that. So I said, the Roman Empire, the Greek Empire, and the Ottoman Empire, all these different empires throughout the history, and the Aboriginal empires and all the other ones, all came and they all disappeared.
Yes.
And if we are all stuck in the past, you learn from the past.
Yes.
You have to.
Of course. Otherwise, you're going to make the same mistakes.
Absolutely. and we see what the parasites are doing. They're making the same mistakes. You tell me, explain to me, and I kind of jump, okay? But you get the whole...
I do the same.
You explain to me when you travel. You've traveled Europe.
A little bit.
Okay. Anyone that travels Europe, explain to me, please, why some of these cathedrals have 20-foot doors, while the Acropolis, sitting at the top of a fucking mountain with a horse and a buggy, you're telling me that they dragged that shit all the way up to the top of that mountain and built this freaking thing that you look like a little ant. You're looking up going, holy shit, look at the size of these things.
Okay.
Evidence is in front of your face that somebody's not telling us the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help them God.
What do you think happened?
Well, why do you think we had the Great Flood? Because it was a whole
Cleansing.
section of the Bible that was taken out. Somebody took out something somewhere because the powers to be it the Pope, the Catholic Church, or the Orthodox, whatever you want. I got into a debate with the Orthodox Church too, trust me. I'm a straight shooter. People ask me what religion I am. I said I'm a believer in God, in Jesus.
Okay.
I don't believe in religion. I think religion here on the earth is something's just not right. Something's just not playing.
It's marketing.
It's
now.
been manipulated
Yes,
all
yep,
over
yep,
the place.
Yep.
My faith is that I believe Jesus came to the earth, died on the cross, and that's it. That doesn't mean that everybody else needs to believe it. That's what I believe, and I'll be faced with that when I die.
And that's a good attitude.
It's my attitude, because I'm not part of this bull. I'm not part of this world. I think I'm an alien, to be honest with you. Fuck, I might be a lizard guy or something. I don't know. But I don't see shit the way people see it. I'm a different guy. I'm a different guy, and I don't hide the fact of who I am. But I will tell you this much. Something's just not right in history. So the Aboriginal people went through, and we saw evidence of what they did to each other. Mm-hmm. Now, do I take anything away from the people that had the freedom of no money, no control, freedom to live, communities, take care of the kids, take care of your wives, take care of your spot that you had, this little land that they had. Have your tribal guys watching, making sure, and that's why I'm a warrior at heart. I'm exactly like that. I don't need your monetary systems. I don't need your systems. I operate within them because I'm part of the world, but I'm not because I can step back. You could take everything I have away from me and I'd still fucking survive. You know why? Because I don't fucking care. All I give a shit about is that my kids, my wife, and my house and my community that I deal with, like the Amish and the Mennonites. Notice we're not hearing nothing about them.
Yeah, that is true.
Because they said, fuck off, leave us alone. Okay, I want to ride my little horse and buggy, and I just wanted to leave us the fuck alone. And they ride their little horse and buggy, and they go along the road, right? And they go to their communities, and they try to take and shelter everybody from this bullshit that we're faced with in today's society, where they think that they can manipulate us with AI, where 95% of the population that think they got great jobs are going to be faced with when it comes to 2030, if you haven't fucking woken up already, that these people, these 100 people that control the world are going to put you all on the unemployment line. You're going to shut the fuck up. You're going to stay home. We're going to give you your little CERB or whatever the fuck it is, $2,200 a month. You'll never travel. You'll shut up with your little smart cities and stay right here and you're not going nowhere. Well, you know what? You can kiss my ass, because if I got to ride a horse and I go through your lines, you get the fuck out of my way. Just like when I was in Ottawa and I stood there and I saw the Toronto police. And I got a lot of love for our police.
So do I.
I have a lot of love for the men and women that serve in the military and our police.
Yep.
And I don't give a fuck what police force you're with. But I will tell you this thing. If you switched and you did not uphold the laws that we agreed upon, and you went to Ottawa or any other fucking place like a bunch of fucking military fucks and grabbed my soldiers, our veterans that were standing there in front of my face, I saw it. That's why I can speak it. Mm-hmm. I even have it on camera, where a veteran with the medals was thrown to the ground and the medals went all over. And the cop stood there and didn't even give a shit. And I said, you know what, you little shithead? You're lucky that I have family and I got to worry about that. If I get arrested, that I got to deal with this shit. Mm-hmm. But you're lucky I'll rip your head off right now and throw it down on the ground too. You see, World War II.
The way we treat our veterans here in
It's
Canada.
disgusting. You give them one day a year.
Yeah.
November 11th, the 11th day, the 11th hour, the 11th. What the fuck are you talking about?
I know.
This is the indoctrination they put where they get a whole month for other people.
Yep.
And we give our veterans that served and fought,
And
whether
died.
you agree with it or not. They put their life on the line for you and I to have the freedom to sit here and not worry about some guy, some piece of shit kicking in the front door telling us you're coming with us.
No, I know. I think the way we treat veterans today is fucking disgusting.
I love it.
Let's fucking dig.
Yeah.
So MAIDS is a service, medically assisted suicide, right?
Yeah.
And I have my own thoughts on that.
Yeah.
But to offer it or suggest or even push it on our veterans for the sake of easing the system or cutting the fat off a piece of meat, to me is fucking disgusting. We need to have gratitude for the people who lived and died and bled for us to live in the way we are today. And to see anyone treat our veterans poorly, I think you're a piece of shit.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I don't give a rat's ass what your belief is when it comes to veterans and wars. These men and women, okay, put their life on the line.
Willingly or unwillingly, they fought for our country.
Thank you.
Right.
And, here's an example. Another one. Yeah, my mind works like that, eh? You throw me into... all you have to do is go back to the 1950s, after World War II, and explain to me why men dressed fucking amazing. While men, when they went to the fucking airport, were dressed amazing. Women were dressed incredible.
Yep.
And then something went wrong where all of a sudden the men or the women nowadays, you go to a fucking airport and they're wearing pajamas. What the fuck's wrong with you people? Show some respect in yourself. This was how the system was when men and women, and don't get me wrong, a lot of them came back from World War II that were really fucked up.
No kidding.
And they were what they saw was they didn't want, not too many veterans wanted to talk, but then we stick them in Sunnybrook, which is a great operation, mind you. Anybody that gets an opportunity to go to Sunnybrook and go into the veterans ward and go and see the veterans, they love it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It's fucking incredible. And these veterans, they come in their wheelchairs and they're no legs and they're different ages and they're like, they want to talk to you and they want to feel like they feel like they want to feel like they did something
That they
fucking to help you.
matter, dude.
Yes.
You're discarding them.
Yes.
Like you're not important anymore. I can't fucking stand
buddy,
it. Gratitude is very important to me.
Oh my God.
You need to have gratitude for the life that you live.
Yes.
And there are systems in place. There are people that are responsible to give you the life that you do. That's why my employees, I don't think I'm any more important than anybody in here, right? We are a machine that serves a common purpose.
Yeah.
And I have gratitude for everybody in here that allows me to live the way that I do. And I'm a very egotistical guy, but I do not believe that I'm more important than anybody else.
Yeah, bravo, because I'm the same.
Yeah.
And that's where the destruction of what we're seeing in the industries.
I think we're
because who are you as a CEO to sit there and to look down on the guy who's doing the toilets?
Absolutely right.
Where did you start from?
Absolutely right.
So shut up.
Right.
And that's why you're an employee of some sort of corporation. You're not an employee of your own business. And I'm in there. I'm doing everything with my guys.
Yep.
Now, do I want to be in there? No, but that's why I hired your ass to be able to do what I don't want to fucking do. And if you lose that mindset, then I got to straighten that out as the owner of the company.
Sure.
And if I've got to do your job, that means that I don't need you. So lose the attitude and realize that, yes, I look at myself as being this way, even with you, and I will go in there and cut meat with you, and I will do everything to help the business. But at the end of the day, don't fucking question me when I got to come to a podcast and say, why are you going to a podcast? We got a lot of work to do. Who the fuck are you to tell me I got a lot of work to do? I have the freedom to go to a podcast and to sit with Bruce at B grade because I employ you to do what I don't want to do.
Fair enough. I see it the same way.
And I'm very strict on that. Now, if you ask any of my employees, okay, I had 25 meat cutters at one point. Now I'm down to, 10.
Why?
Because this fucking government is choking the shit out of me. I go to Costco, and that's what I was going to show you. Anybody that wants real meat, not this clone bullshit, watch what I saw.
Well, listen, dude, I can honestly vouch and no smoke up your ass that your meat is the best meat that I've ever had.
I don't hide the fact that it is the best. And I'm going to be
Nor
honest
should
with
you. Fuck that shit. Fuck
I'm going to tell
humility.
you something. I'm very strict on the quality of what we offer.
Yeah.
And I don't cut corners. If you ever see my shirts, I should have worn the damn thing here.
You should have.
It says, we don't cut corners, we cut meat.
Mm-hmm.
There's a reason why my son came up with that theme, because he knew growing up that we don't cut corners. This is an example and I'll get this out there, but this is our Kirkland brand stewing beef. I watch everybody. Canadian beef, and they can't dispute this. So I'm not saying something that's not true. They can't dispute this because there's the label right off their fucking meat.
Holy fuck.
What does that say there? Please read that. Keep refrigerated. What's it say right under it?
Keep refrigerated, mechanically tenderized.
Boom!
What does mechanically tenderized mean? I don't know what it means.
So, do you see any grade on this product here? I don't see any grade.
No.
Okay?
So for stewing beef, you need to have a grade as well?
So how we do things in this country, in Canada, is we have ungraded meat. We got single A. We got double A. We got triple A. That's where I stop.
Okay.
I'm at triple A.
Yeah.
Then above that, we got certified Angus, which you have to, is essentially triple A, but you got to pay for the rights of using the certified Angus name.
I didn't know that. Okay.
And then we got Canadian Prime, which is the highest grade you can get in Canada.
Okay.
All my prime rib, little plug for Christmas. All my prime rib, Canadian Prime. Alberta beef, highest grade, highest marble. That's the flavor that you want. You want fat in that meat. You want that meat. All this bullshit that the government said, oh, you gotta, remember when we were growing up? Oh, too much animal fat. Oh, cholesterol.
Yeah. Fuck you.
Get the fuck out of here. So mechanically tenderized. The government wants us to put as much information on the label as possible. And I'm adjusting as we move very quickly.
Just to tangent for a second, there's a recent study that shows cholesterol levels of 200 is actually beneficial in helping to fight cancer. Right? At the end of the day, you like, I've never been...
Cancer is big money, eh?
Of course.
Okay, call it what the fuck it is.
They will never cure cancer.
No, man. And you know, there's so many... We're sitting here right now. You got cancer and I got cancer. We know that. We all have the cancer in us. Every human being has cancer.
Yes, but it's dormant.
Thank you. Because we don't fuel it with inflammation and bullshit.
Yeah, agreed.
And my job in the food industry is to stand at that door and protect you from the fucking bullshit. The bread that we have on our shelves in this fucking country have 24 ingredients.
I know.
That shit would not be allowed in Europe. They would block it and say, get that fucking thing back over the Atlantic Ocean. We don't want it here.
Jackie makes our own bread. It's like 3 or 4 ingredients.
Thank you. It should have 4 ingredients in it.
Okay, 4.
This one here, mechanically tenderized. You know, I always say, mechanical tenderized meat. If you were to separate the meat from the tenderizer,
okay.
Think about this logically. And you take that tenderizer, stir it up, you drink that fuck. You know what it's gonna do to you? It's gonna fuck you up.
So a tenderizer is like a what?
It's a tenderizer. So what it does is they inject it they got these spikes that go into the meat.
Yep.
Which pushes bacteria into the middle of the meat. So if you're having a medium rare or a blue steak and you're searing the outside of your steak, which kills bacteria, the minute you push the bacteria into the middle and you don't kill that, and you got a weak immune system, you're fucked up.
Okay, didn't know that. Great.
You're going to have a digestive problem. You're going to be fucked up.
Okay.
That we outlawed tenderizing our meat in this country many years ago. But all of a sudden we find it necessary to tenderize our meat quietly. Same with the bullshit clone meat and everything else that you're doing.
Yeah.
Stop. Leave the fucking animal alone. Stop doing that. Breaking the animal down, portion it all out. All right, people are asking me, we'll get into that. Oh, I want a whole cow and half a cow. The whole fucking market's fucked right now. Okay, but this is an example to stewing beef that has no grade on it. So we don't know what grade it is. We don't know what beef they're using. They're just saying stewing beef. My stewing beef is a Terrace Major. It's a beef tenderloin tip part.
Terrace Major, that would be the back?
That's on a beef tenderloin. So on a tenderloin, you get the tail part that's thin. You want the center cuts to all be like portioned for the restaurants. So you get a nice 8-ounce medallion and whatever. On the tail part, we do that for stewing beef and everything else. We take off the silver skin and clean it up for you. That's the fucking best of the best.
Really?
1,000,000%. Have you ever... I'll get into the fucking poultry industry in a minute. But these stewing beef, okay, this is an example where they're tenderizing their meat. And I remember yesterday, and this was yesterday, I was there and I said to the guy who was looking at it, I said, you realize it says mechanically tenderized. You know what that means, right? No, I've never known what that means. I didn't even know that says that. Well, hold on. Let's go over here. Top sirloin, cap removed. Okay.
What does that mean? Cap removed.
So it's the cap that we call it the cap. In Brazil, and that they call it what's the name for it? Pochuni or something like that. There's a Spanish name for it. I'm pronouncing it wrong. So customers were asking me years ago, I want this patchouli or whatever, right? I said, what the fuck is that? So AI, hey yo, AI, how are you doing? It's Bill from JW Foods. How you doing, man? It's a long time no talk. Hey, by the way, can you tell me what this patchouli is? What is that? Oh, it's coming from a top sirloin. It's the cap. Thank you, AI. I love you, man. Have a nice day. This is where I use AI. Fuck you if you think I'm not using AI. Of course I'm going to use AI.
It too, for sure.
If there was a robot beside me, or if I could clone myself, I'd probably have 6 of me going. Because, hey, nobody does it better than me. I'm just saying, okay?
Nice.
So, let's try to kind of blow. But you told me don't fucking limit yourself, so I'm just blowing my own.
Don't limit yourself, man.
All right, so we got here top. This is all Kirkland brand, okay? And you want to argue with me? Don't be derogatory to our brand. Okay, I am. What are you going to do about it? I'm not saying nothing that's not on your label. Thank you very much. AAA Canadian beef. That's what you said it is. They got a little sticker that says AAA Canadian beef or whatever. But on your labels, which everybody's busting my chops on, top sirloin, cap removed. Doesn't give you a grade on this label. And then it says keep refrigerated, mechanically tenderized, cooked to a minimum internal temperature of 145 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, my inspectors tell me it should be 165 to kill bacteria. But if you're tenderizing the meat and you're searing the outside, you're not killing shit. So shut up. Let's go to the next one.
Question about cooking beef, right?
Yeah.
So when you cook to an internal temperature of 165, does that determine the like medium rare, well done, medium well? Like what does the internal temperature have to be at and still be able to achieve other degrees of doneness in steak?
So everything, there's a variant to the size of the steaks you're cutting. If I'm cutting, let's say I'm doing an 8-ounce striploin.
Yep.
It depends on the eye of the cut.
Okay.
So if the eye of the cut is your end part, so if the eye of the cut is a 11 to 12 pound, it's going to be much smaller. My 8-ounce are going to be much thicker.
Okay.
If the eye is sitting at around, and we saw this with what they were doing with all the cattle. Okay.
Oh, there's two things I want to get into with you. Go on, continue.
The fucking government, they played this fucking game. And then I think they shut down Cargill, or Cargill had shut down for quite a while. And so the animals weren't going to the slaughterhouse as fast as they should be.
Okay.
And so if the animal is not going to the slaughterhouse, it means that the animals are getting fatter and heavier. Just like anybody sitting on a couch eating fucking potato chips.
Yep.
So we saw the eyes and the striploins coming in at a much heavier rate that we're not accustomed to. Instead of being 12 pounds, they were 17.
Okay.
Which means that the eyes were much larger. Okay.
Yeah.
And an 8-ounce steak is going to be so fucking paper thin, it's going to look like you're a fast fry. Okay.
Okay.
So when I'm averaging my loins for my counter, I'm trying to get a low weight. And I'm trying to get a smaller eye. That way, when you ask for a 6 ounce, it's going to be a nice size steak. I call 4 ounce, 6 ounce my breakfast steaks, my have for breakfast. Then I call the 8 to 9 ounce and the 10 ounce to be my lunch, because I love my fucking meat.
Yeah.
And then I call the 12 to 13 and the 14 ounce 15 my dinner.
Okay.
Because I'm a fucking carnivore. I like my steak in the morning. I like my steak in the afternoon. I like my steak in the evening. Now, there's a lot of people that see this carnivore diet, and quite frankly, and they say, well, you shouldn't be eating meat. Look, we were programmed to believe that we eat morning, afternoon, evening, breakfast, lunch, dinner. Mm-hmm. It's fucking stupid. Okay? Mm-hmm. The warriors and the people that were much healthier than us, the people that went out and hunt for their food, had one meal a day. Mm-hmm. They would go out, fucking hunt. Women were staying home. Women would cook. We've been programmed now since the 60s to believe that all of a sudden now we got to have mom and dad fucking working because you fucks have increased everything so much that we have no choice to make it end meet. To have a 1,200 square foot house that's going for $1.2 million.
Yep.
That should be going for 200,000.
Yep.
We got a collapse coming, my friend, and it's going to hit hard. People are not ready for it.
I am.
Yeah. Bring it on.
Yeah.
So I hope that answered your question because internal temperatures, I aim for 165 minimum.
How do you like your steaks?
Me, I like mine medium.
Me too.
I am a medium guy. I like a little bit of red, but I like it to be cooked, and I like medium. My meat at my place are never tenderized. Period. End of fucking story. You're never going to see me with tenderized meat in my fucking plant. Never. Not fucking happening.
Those ribeyes I got from you, and this isn't really important, but I want to know because I want to know, so fuck everybody else, is what is the difference between like ribeyes and striploins? What is a better piece of meat?
I'm a ribeye guy.
Me too, man. Your ribeyes were fucking dope.
Dude, I love my ribeyes.
Yeah.
So these are primal cut.
Yes.
A primal cut is the center cut of the animal.
Yes.
Okay, you got your hip and your chucks and everything else.
Yes.
Those are more roasting. I did a special on eye around because I wanted to keep it inexpensive. But then I realized after doing the the eye of round into simmering steaks that even marinating at a short period, it could get a little tough because an eye around is a roast. It's a simmering steak. So anyone that disputes that, look it up, you dumbass.
Okay.
It's called a simmering steak. You slow cook the fuck. Okay. And you cut it into steaks.
Okay.
Now, your primal cuts are your loins, short loin, sirloin, strip loin.
Okay.
And your ribeye is the fronter part of the primal cuts. And you got your ribs and your ribeyes and all the other stuff, okay? That all comes from the farm. And your flank is at the bottom of the animal, which is fucking ridiculously overpriced right now.
Why?
Holy fuck. Because everybody and their mother wants flank steak. And when the supply and demand goes up, but there's not enough supply.
Same thing.
I take a look at a fucking... People say, oh, Bill, is your stuff all local? I go, when was the last time you went up north? Okay, you fucking idiots. You got the 407 expansion.
Yep.
That went right through farmland that was 150 years old. And they didn't give a flying fuck what you were raising. In this climate that we have in the great North America, because that's what I classify us living under, North America. So all this diversion of Alberta is going to separate and everybody else.
Do you think that's going to happen?
Of course it is. It's already happened. Look, our country is already divided. Okay, we have a small population with the second largest landmass in the world. It's well sought after for the natural Ring of Fire, Doug Ford. Have you heard Doug Ford lately? I love Doug Ford because his brother was my customer. Yeah. Rob Ford was fucking exceptional. Yeah. I love that guy beyond words. Oh, he was good. Shut up, loser. Okay, go back in your closet. Look, we got a thing called the Ring of Fire. It's the most natural resources. The only reason why we haven't been able to acquire the Ring of Fire, which rang bells when Dougie Ford there was saying, oh, it's going to save us. We got the Ring of Fire. What went on behind closed doors that we don't know about? The people that own the land where the Ring of Fire was our Aboriginal people. Somebody somewhere sold out. Okay. I call it because the Ring of Fire, anyone that knew the geographic areas, why our farmers in Ontario have to be as close to the border as possible because our climates up there are too harsh. Only thing that could survive in there is called buffalo and elk and the game meat. Our cattle cannot survive way up north. Okay. They fucking can't. So that's why all the cattle farms and everybody else are close to the borders. And in the 1800s, when Canada was formed, they would take their cattle and they would move them down farther south because we didn't have the systems to keep them nice and warm and cozy in their little 30,000 square foot warehouses that they stick them all together in. Okay. The Ring of Fire is somewhere and sold out somewhere. And all of a sudden they're hearing a lot of talk on a lot of commercials. Oh, the Ring of Fire, the Ring of Fire, the Ring of Fire. These are natural resources that we're tapping into. Canada was sold out a long time ago. Our country is about to see a transition where we're going to all wake up one day because the United States of America that fucking powerhouse money that they have is no longer a global powerhouse.
Mm-hmm.
There's things that are happening behind the door that we're not being told.
Mm-hmm.
They're giving us little snippets.
They give us what they want us to see.
Thank you. They have been doing this, planning this for a long time. That's why they took it off the gold reserve in the 70s. This has been programmed that there was going to be a collapse coming. And right now we're pumping out so much fucking money, printing so much that it's caused inflation and everything else to be out of control. And they can no longer just print to get us out like they did in the 80s, like they did in 2008 when we had the collapse and the European community took over Greece, Italy, Spain, Portugal, and took over all their sovereignties, which we're going to see a collapse coming in Europe. Thank you very much. That's why there's a movement to what's happening with all the ships coming back to the Americas and taking over Brazil and Venezuela. Don't give me that flying fuck because I know what's coming. South America, America, and Canada is all going to be one giant continent of the Americas. It's coming to a theater near you. Sit back, get your popcorn ready because that's what you're going to need unless you get your head out of your ass and we start to form small businesses where we can get a coalition of small businesses like Frank Stranak wanted to do. Beautiful Frank, who's a $3.5 billion man, who's a powerhouse of a fucking 93-year-old that I've never seen in my lifetime that has got bringing on cattle up here in Ontario, bringing on a slaughterhouse. He's got a system that is going to blow the market like we've never seen before. And I'm locking up horns with Frank Stranak. Thank you very much. Kiss my ass. Have a nice day. I only use that name because I've had the privilege and honor to actually sit down with this man for lunch.
You had, Monday you met him?
We met him last week.
Oh, okay.
And then yesterday, before we came up here to this one, to your podcast, yesterday we were with him again.
Yeah. You were saying.
And I'm going to tell you something.
I'd like to talk to him, actually.
Bro, we'll go there. He's a fucking great guy. He's a great guy. And he's under attack.
Yes.
Now, I'm not going to get into any of that, but we're going to leave that alone.
Yeah.
That's his can of worms that he's dealing with.
Yep.
Because each of us got our own can of worms. But I will say this stuff. If you have never met the man, if you've never sat in front of him, then shut the fuck up. Stop listening to the media. Stop listening to all the stories. Stop listening to all the crap. Because I'm sure they're going to bring out stuff about me too. And I don't care. I don't care.
So that's the perfect launch pin because I originally met you or heard of you when the whole COVID bullshit happened, right? So what I admired about you is that you spoke out during that time and you were quite vocal about how you didn't believe in all of the shit, right? You didn't want to get vaccinated, and I dug that about you.
And
right?
I ended up in the hospital.
Right. So what I found absolutely disgusting about people is that there was people online happy that you were in the hospital saying, I hope you die. Motherfuckers.
Yeah. Can you believe that? But they don't talk about the 70 patriots that were in emergency that were giving me ivermectin and giving me a whole bunch of fucking other stuff.
Yep.
And they paid off the nurse to get it up to me. And she came and she threw it under my bed and said, I could lose my job for doing this, but take this. Don't listen to none of this shit. And that was a nurse from emergency.
Yep.
Fucking God bless her. Look, who cares? You know, listen, I had 5 Toronto police officers that lost their job because they stood up against it. 2 sergeants, 3 constables. You know how many of them are my customer today?
All of them.
None.
Really?
0.
Why?
Not one. You know why?
No.
How easy we forget who stood there, who said no. And I never, at any time, I can tell you honestly, Bruce, never did I ever say this was bullshit. Okay? What I said was...
I did.
No, you know what it was? It was a fucking flu.
Yeah.
It was a flu. Okay? And it's a different name that they used. And I smelled something was wrong when you have to go to a Walmart parking lot to get a fucking shot that should be administered by your doctor that knows you. I find it wrong that we're taking a little baby and putting it in front of these fucking guys that say that child should have, what are they at? Like 47 fucking shots or something? You joking me? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
With an immune system as strong as a baby that is developing so fast, so relevant, and it gets a little sick, and then it builds up antibodies against it. You don't have to be a scientist to figure this shit out. Something told me something wasn't right. Mm-hmm. And I said, if my employees decide to do something It's because they decided to. Not because you came in here with your fucking mandate and told me that you would shut me down, you would give me a fine, you would do it. Kiss my ass, you vampires. I said, you see that door? Everybody outside. You don't come across that door. The minute you enter my facility, you're entering my domain.
Yes.
Not yours, mine. And you tell me anything about the food industry, I will do everything to protect the client. But you tell me that I have to enforce some sort of fucking, that you guys are, this piece of shit that goes on TikTok, not TikTok, excuse me, it goes back on when.
Instagram.
No, what was he on? TED Talks?
Okay, yeah.
You know who I'm talking about, Mr. Gates here.
Yeah.
And he went on there back in the early 2000s and said, we're going to have a virus and there's going to be something that's going to depopulate the planet by depopulation.
Yeah.
And you people fell for this shit because this piece of shit wants to say something. Fuck you and your money. Because the last time I checked, you got maybe another 20 years or maybe 10 years or whatever when you meet God. And when you're in front of God, you're going to have to explain for you and that other Fauci piece of shit down there.
Yeah, fuck.
Look, these people are parasites to our society. They're not about
agree.
the free world. I fought at that time for the protection of my employees, just like the ancestors and the people, the veterans that we talked about, stood on the front line, went to battle to stop it so we could have our freedom of deciding what is best for us. Not a dictator, not where a fucking elected official sits there and tells me, why don't you do this, you douchebag, since you want to start all the wars in the world? Why don't you send your kids? Why don't you get off your little gravy little chair there and take your $150,000 or $200,000 income and you go to the fucking front line? You stand in front of there and then I'll go behind you and I'll watch your ass get clipped and I'll decide if I want to get back on the plane and go home or I want to continue fighting. Fuck off. Get out of here. Shut up.
What I found disgusting is how weak people were. Listen, in the beginning, I get it. People were scared. They didn't know what was going on. But as soon as I start to see holes in your narrative, as soon as I start to have some distrust, I'm going to start asking questions. The problem was you weren't allowed to ask questions. As soon as you're like, well, the mask doesn't make sense. If I can breathe in, that means I can breathe out. If I can breathe out and you're telling me that the virus is transmissible by breathing out, well, then theoretically, if I can get air in, I can get my virus out.
You know what mask I wore to Costco?
I didn't wear shit.
You want to know what I wore? A clown mask from Halloween. Because I said, this is a fucking clown act.
Yep.
Look, you want to know why I ended up in the hospital? You want to hear the fucking story of why I ended up in the hospital? Because just for all the douchebags out there that had something to say about that.
Yeah.
Oh, Bill was good. See, it was real. No, kiss my ass. Here's what happened. The Saturday before I ended up in the hospital, I was perfectly healthy.
You were on a ventilator too, weren't you?
No, I was on oxygen. Okay. That was a fucking lie. I was in a ventral bed and I was fucking, no, I was on oxygen because my levels were at 79, 80. They should be at 93.
Okay, so it wasn't that bad.
Wasn't that bad. But my wife and my daughter said, you're going to the hospital because I was getting weak and I couldn't take a shower, which, okay, I get. But here's what happened. The Saturday before I got sick, I was at the shop and I get a phone call from a guy from Ottawa. Okay? I swear on my kids, this is true. Not exaggerating this. Bill, I'm so-and-so. I'm coming from Ottawa. I got papers to take down the Canadian government in 2 weeks. I said, what? Who the fuck is this? I had some really interesting people coming through my shop. My place was packed with patriots and everybody. People went on my social media, Google review, and gave me a 1-star because they said that
motherfuckers.
I was... he's the anti this. 4 years ago. Just look it up. So anyways, this guy says to me, he says, he comes, 4:00. Says, I had an Apple Watch my daughter bought me. So you take your watch off, leave your phone, put everything here, and come with me into the office, into your office. So I took him in the office. My wife and my staff were there walking by. And he says to me, he goes, I have these documents to take down the Canadian government. I said, I don't fucking want them. Why the fuck would I want documents to take down a sitting government that is elected by the people? You could go to jail for 25 years for that. That's called treason. I'm not taking down no governments. Who the fuck do you think I am? I'm just a business owner that runs my business honestly. I do a God-honoring business. I respect everybody. We all have the right to freedom and to choice.
Yep.
And I chose to stand and say, fuck you. I don't want your documents. Well, what am I going to? I came all the way from Ottawa because you know people. I said, who the fuck do you think I know? I have 3 companies. I don't know. What people do you think that I know that I can go and stand up and try to do this? I don't know anybody, bro. I'm just a business who stood up like the other douchebag business that should have done what I did for their employees. I go, brother, you got the wrong fucking guy. I'm not taking down no governments. I'm not taking down shit.
Did you read the documents?
I didn't want to fucking touch them.
I would have read them.
I didn't want to touch them because the minute you put your hand on something, that is all they need is a picture of you fucking taking this.
Fair enough.
I'm not taking shit.
You think you were
You're
set
not
up?
fucking handing me nothing. I said, well, what do I? He goes, well, what do I? I go, I don't know. Go outside. There's a big truck out there and drop the fucking documents on the ground. And if I'm walking by, maybe I'll stop and I'll look at them and say, what the fuck's this? I'm not having you come here and plant shit on me or dropping shit that could take me. I'm a business. I'm not out to take down nobody. I just want to run my business. Leave me the fuck alone.
Do you think that was a setup?
One, brother, my cousin, who was I'm not proud of it, but he rides with HA.
Okay.
He goes, what the fuck was that all about? I don't know. He goes, he looks out the window. Now this guy can see shit that the average person doesn't see. He goes, look at that fucking white van over there.
Holy fuck.
At the church. He goes, interesting. He got in his car, and this was in February. April of that year. He actually had his bike out. He rode up right to the truck, and he goes, hey, you motherfuckers, what are you doing? They had their cameras and their fucking mics.
No fucking
I'm
way.
not even exaggerating that shit. He planted something on me, all right? Because when I shook his hand, something...
Oh, fuck.
Bro, Monday morning, I take a fermented sauerkraut gut shot every day of my life.
Yeah.
Every morning on an empty stomach, I take a Mexican shot glass. It's fermented sauerkraut, which is great for a natural probiotic.
Yep.
I took that. I literally, right away, this was the Monday after that happened. I start throwing up. I felt so fucking sick. I went to the bathroom and I told my staff I'm going home. They sanitized everything in the office and that because I didn't know what the fuck. I've never had that before. I wrote out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at home, literally, asked my son, like this, fucking no sleep. That's what got me.
No sleep for sure.
I was like this, and I was hacking, coughing, fucking throwing up for almost 4 days.
Yeah.
My wife goes, that's it. You're going to the fucking hospital. I don't fucking care. I'm not asking you. So when my daughter and her took me to the hospital, North York General.
Your wife's cool. I met her last
She's
Saturday.
a powerhouse Spartan chick, boy. Amazing woman.
Yeah.
She said, she goes, no, they wouldn't allow anybody in, just me. Because I don't wear a fucking mask. And I didn't wear one then, and I'm not wearing one ever again. Only time I wore it was when I put on the clown mask, and I actually traveled to Greece, and I took a pair of nylons. I cut my wife's nylons and tied them to my head, so they had her nylons on my face. Right? Because on the plane, you had to have something. We went to Greece that year. Bro, I said to my wife, I said, if I die in there, and I don't come out of that fucking place, because I don't know what I'm walking into, I'm leaving all the money to the dog. Nah, you're not getting shit. I'm leaving everything that I own to my dog. So I went up to that floor and there was nobody in the emergency. They walked up to me and the nurse, without telling me, shoved the thing right up my nose.
Yeah.
Okay? And I went, what the fuck are you doing? I almost felt like it went right into the back of my brain. What the hell? I never told you to do. What are you doing? We have to do a protocol. I go, and as I'm coughing, I said, there's only one person in the fucking emergency. There was nobody there, dude. I swear, all my kids, there was nobody. They came back, said, we have to take you to the 7th floor. You got full-blown COVID. Well, the fuck that means, whatever. So I said, okay, fine, I'll go up, but I can sign myself out anytime I want. Mm-hmm. So I went in there, they're pushing me on the wheelchair. I get up there, 7th floor, North York General, and I'm counting. 1, 2 rooms with people in it, regular guys hooked up. One in the bed, wrapped up, and then me. Nobody in the hallway, nobody in the other rooms, just the 4 of us. I go, boy, it must be really fucking busy in here. And then dumbass here goes on social media. I'm fucking in here. There's nobody. I was doing it out of that I was there. I'm here right now. There's nobody in here.
Oh, I remember that. Do you remember how they used to say the hospitals were overwhelmed?
There was nobody. And that's why I went on social media to say, I'm here right now, and there's nobody here. Everybody started telling me that you're the reason why I took the shots. I said, no, I'm not. Nobody fucking told you to take the shots. If you didn't want to take them, don't take them. You don't ever blame somebody else because of your stupidity and because you didn't like what you did, so you're blaming everybody else? No, you had a choice. Oh, but I had to pay my bills and I had a mortgage and I got kids. I get all that. That's why I always say, Bruce, Canada Post, slavery. Work for somebody else, make $100,000 a year, they rape the shit out of you. Your own business, so-called freedom. You can build your company to what you want it to be, as long as you put the effort and the time and you put all the sweat and tears, and it's not easy, but it's fucking amazing. And you move this foot. When this foot gets uncomfortable, over here. And you say, okay, since you want to fuck around with me, because they did, I was in the union, I was one of the shop stewards, and they tried to make an example out of me, and I went unemployed for 5 years with no pay.
Wow.
But I fucked them up when they called me back. The first report for duty was in July, and I said, nothing. I ignored it. Second threatening letter came in August. Told me to kiss my ass. Where were you guys for the last 5 years while I was trying to make ends meet? Like the Toronto cops and everybody else that chose to stand their ground and went without an income. And some people I know lost everything.
Yes, I know.
Because they stood their ground.
Yes.
But I gave them a fucking position and put them to keep their heads on. Not because they were Toronto police officers, because they're humans.
Yes.
I ain't even fine fuck if you're a Toronto police officer or not. I care the fact that you're a patriot. You are like me, and we stand our ground whether you're a fucking cop or you're a paramedic or a firefighter or just a regular mom and dad just trying to make a living. I tell people, when the shit hits the fan and you're in my system, and I say, oh, Bruce, you lost your job, you lost everything you have, and you can't make ends meet. Your name is here. You supported me through the hard times. You were there for me. I'm going to be there for you. I'm going to make sure you can put food on the table.
I think people with opportunities in life, I think if you are able to help people, I think you have to help them.
You have a responsibility.
I agree.
We have a responsibility.
Yep.
Not to push supplements and push food. We have a responsibility to our brothers and sisters.
Yes, I agree.
Or our community is fucking gone. People come to you for supplements because they know that you're a fucking class act guy who's not going to bullshit them, and you're going to be a straight shooter.
Yep.
And you're going to be there for them.
Yep.
And you're going to give them, or you're going to help them. And they're going to help you build your business because you stand behind what you do.
It's mutual. I don't believe any relationship should exist on taking advantage. And I say that for any relationship, right? You and I are good friends. If I started taking advantage of you, how much respect would you have for me?
Right.
How long would that relationship last? Not very long.
But you can smell these parasites in society.
Some people wear a pretty good mask, but that mask will eventually fall, right?
It will.
It will, right? And that's why I found it very disgusting when you stood your ground. You didn't want to get vaccinated, and I didn't get vaccinated either. No, neither did I.
My son.
Neither. Good for him.
No.
Right? And I respected the fact that you stood by your ground. But then all you had these weak motherfuckers saying, oh, I hope you die. I hope you die. You fucking piece of shit. Right? Just because you had the balls to stand up for yourself. And by example, you had all these weak people that just didn't like the fact that, sometimes humanity, I have great faith in humanity. Right? I do believe we are capable of great things, but there is that motherfucking demographic of low-life motherfuckers that are just scumbags.
Have you ever seen the movie 300?
Oh, dude, of course. Fucking
you
love
see the
that movie.
douchebag that stayed behind and tried to bang the king's wife?
Yeah.
And was paid out by coins?
Yep.
These people, those people like that deserve to have their ass kicked into a black hole that it has no end.
I agree.
And I'll be honest with you. All you fucks that are fucking with humanity right now, okay? There's 8 billion people on this planet. That leaves us with 700 and something billion people that are going to kick the shit out of you if you keep it up. And we're going to kick your asses into a black hole.
I hope so.
I think in demonic worlds called a cell that you're never going to leave for eternity. Good luck to your ass. Okay, good luck to you.
So what do you think happens to Canada? Or let's just say 5 years.
Again, we're a global marketplace.
Mm-hmm.
The people that are coming to this Western world right now don't have the same mindset as us.
Mm-hmm.
They're coming here for a purpose. And Don Cherry said it best. I call out to Don Cherry. Hopefully you're watching this, Don, because you're a fucking champ.
Legend.
This guy said it in 2019.
Yep.
And that was the first sign that I knew something was wrong.
And they shut
These
him down.
fucking people are coming to this beautiful land that everybody from every culture, every belief built, but they all became part of Canada and the Commonwealth and the way we designed it, the way our ancestors designed it. You leave your bullshit at that border and you bring that bullshit over here, then we the patriots, we the believers that this country is still a great one, we the believers that this nation deserves an opportunity for our young people to flourish and have a great life. I will die on a fucking battlefield and not worry about what happens to me as long as my family and the future generations of Canadians, because I give a flying fuck about our Canadian culture and beliefs, stand up and say, go fuck yourselves. We will die before you take over this country. That does not mean that a Muslim can't come here and enjoy the freedom, but you're going to be a fucking Canadian first. That doesn't mean a Buddhist, a Hindu, a Catholic, a Protestant, a Baptist, or anyone else. If you try to pull this fucking shit that you're pulling over in Nigeria and killing the Christians because you don't fuck you.
Nobody talks about that.
Fuck you. Okay? You ask me what I think is going to happen in the next 5 years with Canada? It's going to be a fucking flourishing, beautiful country.
I hope you're
right. You
right.
know why? Because I'm here. You're here. And we're here. And I'm telling you right now, I'm not letting our Canadian ancestors die in vain because we were a bunch of sleeping fucks who didn't give a shit except for what goes into our pocket. All the politicians that are running this country, Canada, our home, our nation, you better get the fucking woken up because we the patriots are fucking had enough. And we're on fire for this country. I'm not on fire for America. I'm not on fire for the down in the South America. I'm not on fire for Europe. I'm on fire for our fucking country, where I was born and raised, where I got the gift of what I have to accomplish in my life, and I will die defending that right. You bring over your bullshit here, you better fucking be ready for a battle because I'm not hiding from nobody. And I'm fucking willing to stand up and tell you to go fuck yourself and get the fuck out.
Brother, that is the fucking perfect spot to end this.
Don Cherry was a fucking champ. I'm going to say it again.
Yeah, he was.
Because he said, you people come here for the milk and honey. And after all those fucking years of saying and speaking with freedom.
And he was disregarded too.
And you can say what you want about Ron McLean.
Yeah.
But he was being held like this. And he had a family. I know people that know him personally and said, Ron's a fucking great guy. Now, I've never personally met the guy, but I will tell you this. You try to throw Bruce under the fucking bus, I'm going to be under the bus. And if the two of us are sitting here and they come fucking for me, I would expect the same.
I have your back.
And I'm telling you right now, Ron, if you're watching this, what you did to Don Cherry, you should have fucking said to everybody, fuck you. I went with Don Cherry. Don Cherry was a fucking legend. I've never watched hockey since. And I can't watch hockey because hockey night in Canada was my fucking thing. I, as a kid, would run, dive on the couch with my dad just to hear, when I would hear, da, 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 right? I would dive on the couch just to be, so I could watch Don Cherry talk. And anyone that walked in the room, I said, shut the fuck up, Don's on the team. Shut up, man. He's the fucking champ. Coach's Corner. Love Coach's Corner. Jeez. I would love to have the opportunity of a lifetime to meet this guy.
You've never met him?
No. And you know, Daryl Sidler sat on my couch in my house, right?
Yeah.
And when my wife called because I was working,
yeah,
she said, you need to see, and she FaceTimed me with Daryl Sidler sitting on my fucking couch, and I told him, get the fuck off my couch. Don't sit in that's my spot. I don't care if you're Daryl Sidler. I don't care if you're Wendell Clark, which I love Wendell Clark. Mm-hmm. Fuck Wendell. Wendell's a freaking champ. I love that guy. Anyways, it is what it is, man. Listen, I love what I do. I'm passionate about what I do. We've spoke a lot of truths.
Yep.
I have a lot more to talk about.
I'll bring you back, brother.
And I'll be honest with you, there's much more when we can get in depth about the food industry and what's going on.
I will gladly bring you back.
You brought me into rabbit holes that I never thought I was going down today. But you know what? I like the fact that I can feel free to speak what I want because the Bill of Rights created in the 1960s gave me that freedom. But my freedom doesn't come from a bill, doesn't come from a charter, and doesn't come from no country. My freedom comes from God alone. And I'll proclaim that to the day I die. And there's not a damn thing any human being on this planet is ever going to do to me or anything I own or anything I love because I operate under God. And if you think that you can override God with your clone meats and everything else, you can kiss my ass because I'll never allow it to happen.
Buddy, fucking love you, man.
Go.
Thank you so much for being here, brother.
Love you, buddy.
Thank you, man. Hug it out.
You know it. Yeah, of course. Thank you for having me on your podcast.
Oh, fuck, yeah. Buddy. That was awesome.
I got to go back to the shop and cut meat.